Hello, so this is Michael for my action plan assignment. Yeah, um, so for my action plan, I'm going to be talking about recycling. That was my topic. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go write down the assignment rubric. So what is the issue I'm trying to solve? A lot of times, recycling is kind of overlooked, especially at the University of Tampa. I noticed a lot of trash bins, but I did not notice a lot of recycling bins when I was there. And I noticed that myself, I was throwing away and wasting a lot of paper, plastics, and glass and other stuff that could be recycled into trash waste bins. And that can be not great for a lot of different reasons. All right, so um, actually the exact problems with that. A lot of that stuff is very bad for the environment. Plastics, the chemicals in them, get into the environment, get into waterways. Not great. Also, just waste in general. Landfills are not great for the environment. Overfilling them, um, all that, just generally not great. And then paper recycling too. Actually, I have a quote from the University of Southern Indiana. So actually, for every 2,000 pounds of recycled paper, that can save 17 trees, 380 gallons of oil, 3 cubic yards of landfill space, and 7,000 gallons of water. And that's a quote from the uh, University of Southern Indiana website. Um, and I thought that was crazy because I didn't see any paper recycling at the University of Tampa. Um, so I feel like installing paper recycling and plastic recycling bins around campus would be very beneficial. All right. So what do I want to do to solve this problem? I want to install paper and plastic recycling at basically almost every building at the University of Tampa. Um, that would be dorms. I know there are some recycling bins in some dorms already, but there weren't any paper recycling bins, so paper recycling bins in every dorm, recycling bins outside, on trash cans in the park, outside the buildings. Um, and I was doing some math, and that would be about 70 bins. Um, Ideally more, but I was looking at costs, and recycling bins and installing them is actually very expensive. So about 70 bins, because that's one for floors of every single dorm room, around campus, in buildings, outside buildings, all that. And that came up to be about actually $3,000 for installation and the bins themselves. Recycling bins, like the metal ones, are actually pretty expensive. Paper recycling is the amount, and then just installing, paying people to install them came up to about 3 grand. So kind of a lot of money. And yeah, the metal recycling being $50 actually. I was looking at Home Depot, so that's from homedepot.com/cleaning recycling. Um, it's a source for that. Um, and why should the university implement my plan? I think the university should implement my plan because recycling is very important to the environment. Again, paper recycling, you can save a lot of trees. Um, Plastic recycling, keeping that stuff out of the environment, out of the waterways, also makes campus look cleaner. I know the University itself doesn't have a major problem with being dirty, but again, it can't not help. It can only make this stuff better. So yeah. So to sum up my plan, just installing recycling bins, paper recycling bins around campus, and gonna help the environment and help save trees, help get chemicals out of the ground, out of the waterways, out of everywhere. Um, and yeah, so that is my action plan. Thanks.